to do a neck adjustment on the 1989 Softail Custom. I've seen some videos how to do a shortcut on it. The right way is to disconnect these cables, disconnect your clutch cable, and measure fallout. So fallout is when, that's fallout, when it starts to turn and it drops. I'm gonna adjust the neck stem, which is located under that cover. I would definitely recommend checking in your manual for the torque specs. This top one is just a lock nut, and then there's a wheel in there. Yeah, there we go. There's a wheel in there that you use it to adjust the neck stem. So you're definitely gonna want to cover your tank for this, or any kind of work you're doing in here. You know, this is a 31-year-old bike. I hate to trash it with the wrench slip. I'm gonna go ahead and into the adjustment wheel and make some adjustments. I love Harbor Freight tools. I got this little light there. It was like $2. It's a little mini drop light. Used to get in all the spots. All right, so inside, as it falls, inside the little wheel, which I showed you earlier, it's hard to get a shot in there. I want to tighten this up a bit, so I'm gonna give it a couple of taps. Again, be careful because you're working towards your paint. It's spinning pretty easy. Alright, so I don't want to move it too much. I want to check the adjustment and move the light so I can actually move the steering. It actually feels good. Still a little loose. I want to give it a few more shots. Here we go. Feels really good, but still think it's loose. So I made some adjustments, so it wasn't staying straight before. You couldn't let it go, but again, all this is supposed to be off, so it's properly adjusted. So I think what I could do is just pull the bars off and just lay them right on the tank. I may actually do that since I got the solar part. You know what? I'm gonna do this right. So what I learned, which comes with age, is having the right tools is key. You don't have to spend $1 million on tools. You can go to Harbor Freight. While you're in here, you might as well inspect the bushings. So when I pull this off, I'm gonna take a look and just replace them if needed. Key is keep everything neat and together so you know how it goes back together. I don't want to say this bike it's got some butchery done to it, but it's got some questionable stuff. You know, that's what happens when you buy a used bike. On the tank without cracking it. No, it's a little extra effort, but it was worth it. So now it's truly weightless. It doesn't have any of the lines holding it up. So I can definitely feel that it needs a better adjustment. It needs to be tightened. It's probably loosened up over the years. The bearings sound good, they look good, they feel good. So now I'm gonna make some more adjustments. You're supposed to put, to the Harley way, put a piece of tape here. You have a line like something. I can quickly put something together just to show you. Like this, you put it straight. You put a piece of tape on there. You mark it, and you mark where it falls away on each side. Manual, it's 2 to 4 inches of fall away. I feel good about this. I don't feel like that I'm that far off from that measurement. I'm not going to put the whole Get the glue together. This is where I'm gonna get a lot of hate, which is fine, whatever. So, the torque spec, I believe for the top neck bolt is 35, but I think that's for the new model that doesn't have that adjustment. So this is actually just a lock. Just a lock nut. So I'm gonna lock it back in while the bars are off, just make my life easier. Yeah, that's pretty tight and it didn't affect the steering, so it's just a lock. Now while I'm here, I'm gonna bend that tab back up. 2. See that? Boing! Oh, I put the cover over it. I'm bouncing wrenches off my tank. Again, check your manuals what the torque specs are supposed to be. I'm kind of winging it right now. I'm waiting for my manual. I finally broke down one of the climber's manual because every time you ask somebody on a group what the torque specs are, or it's not in the search, you get the same answers. Get by the book, by the book. You know what? They're right. They get it. You still on. So, what I could get offline is these pinch bolts, 35 pounds each on each side. And some stuff you need to have when you own a Harley is definitely a torque wrench. This is an old one. This is actually another one. Another gift from my father. May have been a gift from Brooklyn Union Gas. Torqued. Everything's tightened up. Everything's got lock washers. I think it's looking good. I think I'm going to take it for a test ride. Feels good.
So the steering itself feels good. I definitely fixed that issue. Anyway. If you like what you're watching, hit the like and subscribe, and for now, take it easy. It is windy as fuck today.